Hello and welcome back to episode 9 of our Stoneblock 2 series. Today, it's going to be all about a little bit of something that we all probably know. Storage. We have stuff. We don't know where to put stuff. We have so much stuff that it's all just random. It's all over the place in the company and just a mess in general. I mean, if I come in here, I have some blank casts. All these are cobblestone. I mean, even in here, we have some molten gold and a little bit of blood from the last episode. So now, we're going to work to see if we can't end up going, just making a little bit of storage here. Something simple to start off, as we gradually transition into something a little bit more interesting. But, before I do get into the episode here, you guys may have noticed something. You guys may have noticed, hey, there's a lot of loot chests here. Where did you get these? Well, the answer for you, ladies and gentlemen, is just down this little path right here. One of the things that I was actually working on, if you guys remember, we had the mob farm and everything, and we were having severe issues actually getting mobs. So, I developed a surefire way, if I actually go over there for long enough, forth. So there's a lot of stuff there, even of the Infernium essence that didn't want to stack on it either. So it is something where I'm going to quickly back away here, maybe all the way back over to that door or so. Let stuff start going, end up falling. It's just a standard little mob dropper. And let's see what we end up getting just in a couple of these loot crates before we begin the storage nightmare here. So you can see there's actually some stuff already falling down. So in the first one we got some clownfish and a name tag, pretty standard. Bunch of pizza, that will solve our food issues for the moment. Some apples. Cow bait and some chicken, and wolf bait and some carrots in those little common ones. Now let's test out these clay loot crates here. So we got a little bit of clay, a little bit of clay, and a little bit more clay. So we got a whole bunch of clay there. I mean, that's exactly what we can probably expect from that. So let's see what we have in these uncommon loot crates. So we got a milk fluid can. Now that's pretty nice. We got an iron tier barrel upgrade as well. Got some iron boots and Lexica Botania. That's going to be a pretty cool book that we end up getting into. Got some ender pearls and some feathers. Charged Certes quartz crystals and some string. A garden scythe. That's very handy. And in the last one, we got some iron horse armor and some glowstone dust. So we have pretty much a full inventory here. And I'm probably going to have to end up going and making another fluid cow stall just for our wonderful, fun, and fancy milk fluid cow right now. But for now, I'm just going to leave him in my inventory. He will have a new home very shortly. So let's try our rare loot crate and then move on to this epic loot crate. Inside the rare loot crate is some Certes quartz blocks, which I do think we can end up going. We can break those down into 16 Certes quartz. And on to the payoff. Inside of this one, we have a acceleration wand, which I don't believe I've ever figured out how to use so far. But it is something where we're definitely going to have to go in for a later stream and figure out how we can actually end up using that. Because that's going to come in extremely handy in the future. So with that done, we got some pizza here. I mean, it's a lot better than these baked potatoes I've been eating the last little while. But let's drop some of our stuff off and jump right into today's episode here. So, as you guys can probably see just from how haphazardly I'm putting stuff in here, we have a severe issue when it comes to storage. And upon looking at our wonderful, fun, and fancy storage book here, there's a lot of stuff that we have. There's things all the way from a inscriber. We have the blank barrels and all these iron tier, diamond tier barrels, black hole units, black hole tanks, basic storage drawers. But what I've decided to go for today is let's start off small. The small storage crate has 117 slots, the medium storage crate has 234, and the large has 351. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that far today, but we'll see how far we end up going. So, starting off here, we need a small storage crate. So let's see how we end up making that. So it looks like it's just 4 chests, 4 wood, and a wood casing. So that looks relatively straightforward here. It's just a little bit of sticks, which we have quite a bit of. We don't have much in the way of wood right now, though. We have a little bit of wood in here. Let's see if we can find any more wood anywhere else. This is one of the biggest reasons why we need storage, because I'm getting kind of tired of having to look around everywhere and see where everything is. Okay, so this looks like it's all the wood that we have this exact second, so we're going to probably have to plant a couple oak saplings here. Plant some of these guys down, and some of these over here, and basically just do a little dance or so until they all grows. So it looks like most of it ended up growing here. Just grab a bit of wood. Just gonna keep going, just keep doing it, so maybe this tree behind us will end up growing. Nope. Doesn't look like the tree behind us wants to go and participate in our little adventure here. Now this guy does. This guy is all over it. So let's get rid of this tree here. Just run back and forth a bit, end up going, oh, there you go. He grew up for us. That's exactly what we needed him to do, so we can get a little bit more wood. That guy grew up as well. Wonder if we can get any more of them to end up growing here. Let's do a circle around the tree. It doesn't look like they want to grow yet. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? So we got rid of that one, and it looks like another one grew for us. Awesome. So let's get this one done. And on to the last one. Oh, maybe that was the last one. Maybe I broke it. I have no clue. I have no idea, but we have more than enough wood. So let's get into crafting basically the chest. I'm sure I have a chest somewhere. Yeah, I have one chest here. That's not going to get us very far. So let's take half of the wood that we have right now. Turn it to 8 chests or so. And we can end up going and see what we can craft here. So we still need that wood casing. But we can make one of those no problem. And with that, we can make a fancy little small storage crate. And complete the small achievement here. I'm going to put this guy right in the corner and see if I can't find those torches anywhere. Where did I put them? I know I had them at the beginning of this episode. There we go. Let's put them probably like right there or something. Just get a little bit of light in this room, because this room is getting pretty dark, if you don't mind me saying. So we have a lot of storage space here now. So we have a lot of like places that we can go, and we can stack some sticks and all that stuff. But just a small storage crate, that isn't enough. For all the stuff that we're going to have here, that just won't be enough at all. So we got some ender tanks here. I have no clue what those are. I have no clue what those do. They're for something called ender storage. I'm going to put these guys away and see what we can do about moving up to a medium storage crate. So the medium storage crate, I did try looking, doing a bit of research into here. But the medium storage crate isn't as simple as a small storage crate. You can see that it even has a opinion core. Wonder if that has anything to do with someone's personal opinions or whatever. But we need a small storage crate, a little bit of the wooden planks, doesn't need to be jungle, into void crystal blocks. But we need a atomic reconstructor to do that. Now this is something, it's a very, very, very cool machine that we actually have here. 2 large craft and the 2x2 player crafting grid. Yep, we won't be crafting it in our inventory here, but we will be crafting it right over here. So we need just a iron casing. We do have the black quartz, the iron ingots and everything. We have the redstone for sure. So let's see if we can go, let's see if we can find any of our iron. So we have a couple iron blocks here. Bit of iron ingots. We are going to need some redstone here. Bunch of redstone there. And let's see what we can do. So we can make an iron casing the second that we grab some of this black quartz here. Let's get that done. And get ourselves a iron casing. And with that, we have a atomic reconstructor material shiftulator. Whatever the living heck that means. Now, where to actually end up putting this thing is another idea that I don't particularly know where to put it. Because it needs to be powered. I know that much. And it is something where it shoots like this giant laser beam and everything directly ahead of it. So it is something really cool to end up going, really cool to end up watching. So let's see. Maybe if we just go, I'm going to grab a little bit of cobblestone here. And let's put it... I kind of want to just mine this out here. Make this like another little extra room or such. Let's quickly go and do that with our party pickaxe. Break down this door. Fill in some of the holes in the floor here. And bam, we pretty much already have our new room or so. I'm gonna quickly go see if we can like clean it up a little bit here, all around the sides. We're gonna need a new room eventually. Now, I'm not entirely set on the locations of everything yet. It is probably gonna change. If any of you remember my Stoneblock episode, one of the things that I always went for is I eventually went for this giant vaulted room that pretty much did everything I could ever think of. So let's put this down. Doesn't have a lens. I don't know if it actually needs a lens there. Let's see, what do you need to make a lens? Just a little bit of glass around the black quartz. So that'll just make a lens there. So that should be simple. All these lenses here. This is actually getting pretty cool. So you can see that it does need power there. I'm also gonna do like something more so around the lines of maybe just like that. Nothing like too crazy or anything. And then you can put like a generator or something directly above it. So like we'd end up tossing an item down there, it would consume stuff. So we have our atomic reconstructor. We need a way to power it. So the first thing I was looking at for this is we need some sort of generator. Now the coal generator is very efficient for us thus far. But we're probably going to end up going and wanting to get into like just some cooler generators in general. Is one of the things I was looking at. So if we end up going like for the first page here, we have things such as the furnace generator. This thing takes a machine block, which takes a trap chest, or just a normal chest it looks actually. And we could make a furnace generator. That thing looks cool. I'm not particularly sure of how it works exactly. Generates power from a wind farm, power boosted by rain. Yeah, there's not going to be any wind anytime soon, I'm afraid. We have just a normal generator here, but it takes a draconic core, and obviously we do not have draconium ingots, and the only way we can actually really get them is probably when we get into all our chickens and such. So, for now, what I'm looking at here, I'm probably just going to go for a simple coal generator for the moment. It's not the most efficient, by far. It's probably extremely inefficient, honestly, for an atomic reconstructor. Like, something of that magnitude just be supplied by something so small. But we're going to go generator here. So let's go right here. Make ourselves a coal generator. And see if we maybe can't snag a little bit of coal and everything from all our furnaces. Now, one of the good things that we have here when it comes to coal. Coal is relatively easy to end up getting here. I mean, we have right through the heavy seed. Now, we did get through the flint stiffened mesh for compressed gravel. So we got like a 14% chance of coal. So I'm probably going to end up going back here and everything. We have our diamond stiffened mesh. We have our just normal string mesh. I'm probably going to make a flint stiffened mesh just to be able to go and get like a renewable source of coal and such. So let's quickly run over here. Place down one of these generators, stick a bunch of coal in there, and it'll start powering this thing up. It did say we needed a lens though, so let's see. Yep, that actually, is that actually a shooting? Yep, that's it. That's its little power cycle there and everything. It does need a lens, I'm assuming. So I'm just gonna make one of these. So it's just a bit of glass. I think it's 8 glass or so. So we only need 8 glass. There we go. Can split that up easily enough. And I really wish you could like put the stuff in there, like a furnace and such, but I don't think you can. So let's put 4 in there. Let's put 4 in there. Not the most efficient use of coal, but I mean, eventually there gets to a point where you can kind of get away with being somewhat inefficient. So while that's quickly cooking here, I'm probably going to make myself a flint stiffened mesh. See if we can find any flint anywhere and get rid of this, just so that I can actually see everything. So let's make a flint stiffened mesh here. I do believe that you need a string mesh. Let's find some string here. I know where a lot of string is, I just don't know where I end up putting it. So we have all that string there. Let's go ahead and make one of these. Let's make a string mesh. Take all that out, and then essentially just stiffen it. Is that not how you do the mesh? It's a flint block. Let's see. Flint stiffened mesh. How do we do this thing? So I put too much flint there. We also need a heavy oak sieve, so if we make a heavy oak, So we just go, so it's just a little bit of wood and some sticks. So we can make that easily enough as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Make a heavy oak sieve just to be able to go and get somewhat renewable source of coal there. Then we can grab our flint and just run over here. I'm just going to put it like right here in the corner or so. So that way we could end up going and we could like break down some gravel and such. And see what we can end up doing with regards to that. So we should be done with the glass here. It does look like it gives us whatever the glass material is. I can get rid of this since I do remember the recipe. Look at me. Oh, a tank there too. But that's not what we're making. Making ourselves a lens that we can end up going and that we can end up putting on this generator here. So let's see what we can do. How do we put this on? Is there a specific method here for putting it on, or does it actually work without it? So it is burning through, and it looks like that has actually that has a lot of energy there. I'm not particularly sure how to put this thing on. Maybe it's not specifically that lens. Maybe it's one of these other ones, like a mana lens for all of those things. I'm not particularly sure. But now, the only thing that really matters is as long as it works, even if it doesn't have a lens on it. So we have some compressed cobblestone here. We can't really leave it as compressed cobblestone, though. See if we can end up finding that little hammer and everything. There we go. Not much durability left on it. I'm just gonna just place down a little bit of this here, because we do need some coal to be able to make into coal blocks, to be able to actually end up going and turning into that void crystal. So let's make some of these. While all of this is going, it does look like our little mob farm over there is starting to generate a couple guys for us. So we can go after them in a bit. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. And last but not least, these. So we made ourselves just 16 or so. Compressed gravel. So we can put it through the flint stiffened mesh here, and it says that it gives us coal, and honestly it looks like we have a good chance of getting coal there. Got some coal pop out of that one, coal to pop out of that one. Actually, it looks like it's giving more than just one coal as well. Up to 6 coal already. Need 9 to be able to make a block, though. So I'm probably going to grab some coal just from a couple of the other furnaces and such. But for now, this works out perfectly fine. Let's just grab that. It looks like our inventory is full again. It's one of the biggest issues, and the reason that we need is storage. Is because this is getting ridiculous. I don't know where to put anything anymore. I don't know what half of this stuff is. I mean, it just becomes a nightmare. Let's get rid of these last 2 pieces of gravel. And with that done, we did get at least 1 coal block or so, but we don't really have inventory room for it this second. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to grab these. See, this is 8, so that's not what I wanted. So there's those. So that makes some aluminum. So I'm just going to quickly... Let me just toss out that oak door. Don't really think we need the oak door this exact second. And we have a single block of coal. So I'm also going to turn this copper into a little bit of copper things here. We can put that away. I'm going to keep actually, I'm going to put the black quartz in there. Why not? I could probably get rid of the iron for this exact second, as well as the lead. I'm going to take the coal back, however. As well as that door. I mean, you never know when you need a little oak door and everything. If people haven't already figured it out, I can be something of a hoarder in Minecraft. So, let's chuck that in there. Give it a second here. And a void crystal block. That is what we were looking for. But to be able to make the medium storage crate, we need 4 of those. So it takes a lot of coal, actually. So let's grab some coal from here. Let's grab some coal from here. And end up going and just turning these guys into some coal blocks here. So that will make 2 coal blocks, and we are 1 coal short. Let's grab that. And see what we can do just to be able to make all of the coal. So it looks like it's pretty much the same way as we had before. We still need to make ourselves another wood casing. And another small storage crate. Let's go over here and toss those blocks of coal. into this fancy little atomic reconstructor. There we go. It'll use up a bit of its energy and everything. It looks like this is actually going pretty nicely. It's filling up relatively well. Go back over here. Put the small guy in here. Slap these four all around the edges, and let's just get rid of this, just because that's... I don't know how I feel about it graying everything out like that. And make a medium storage crate. So we have a small storage crate and a medium storage crate. This one obviously looks about the same. Oops, that's not what I want to press. But apparently this one holds pretty much twice as much as this one. You wouldn't think so, given the size and like just the direction that you end up looking at them. But that tends to be the case. So now that we have that, we did get a simple sag mill here. Do we have one of those? We have an alloy smelter. So the sag mill is actually a great thing to end up going and end up getting, because we can use that to be able to make sawdust. We can use that to be able to make quite a few interesting, cool things. But if I put it there, it doesn't get powered. This gets powered, this gets powered, this gets powered, but this doesn't. Because there's no actual connection for it. And if I do break this generator, I do believe we end up going and end up losing everything. So, right now, I mean, I guess this isn't exactly the most optimal location, but we can basically put this here, and we could end up going, we could end up, like, I think it was maybe some wood or something. Yeah, like you see, there's a little bit of wood. And I think it turns itself into sawdust? Yeah, sawdust. Which we will need not very long from now. So, looking at the large storage crate here, that's probably not something we're going to really be able to do this exact second. So it needs a medium storage crate and a empowered void crystal, which takes an empower, some flint, some charcoal, some black dye, which we know how to go and make some black dye because of yesterday. So let's look at what it takes to make a empowerer. I don't know if we could make this. Some iron casings, a display stand, so we need phthitic quartz, so it's just a couple blocks of quartz, so we can get quartz and everything from sieving through. Compressed soul sand. How do we even get soul sand, for goodness sake? Dark sugar, wither dust. I don't know how you even get that. Slime balls and everything, and right now the only way we have is coagulated blood, so we basically need wither dust. So we need to go in, we need to like start either farming wither skeleton skulls, or basically just killing withers. Which means we need a end crystal, and to be able to get the end crystal, well, let's just say that's a little ways off right now. We're still starting here in our little humble abode and such. Where did all of the monsters that were over here? We had a whole bunch of mobs over here a little while ago. I don't know where they went. Did they despawn? I don't think they did, but appears they disappeared on us. I got a whole bunch of drops and everything earlier when I was working on the base, but apparently everything wants to disappear on us. So yeah, so that large storage crate probably isn't feasible this exact second, until we can figure out how in the living heck we get a empowerer. However, it does solve the storage issues that we've been having. Like we can put like a whole bunch of stuff in there now. That's gonna take care of a lot. So let's see if we can make anything else when it comes to storage. We do have 6 minutes left here. So the black hole unit, it can hold a lot of one item. Black hole tanks, I don't think we can even make those though. Let's try black hole unit. Yeah, we don't even have means to get ender crystals. Plastics are going to take the smelting. We need to get the dry rubber. And I think dry rubber came from trees and everything. Like a latex processing unit, and be able to get latex. Like, we can probably make that. Osmium ingots, which we need to be able to make osmium, which comes from probably fluid cows is our best bet in that instance. So, now that we did end up getting the other fluid cow there for milk. So we got a basic fluid cow, basically. We kind of want to go ahead and see what we can do now that we've essentially gotten our storage issues taken care of for the time being. I mean, this storage here, kind of like everything all in one place. And we could just, like, put stuff in there and scroll down and stuff. And I'm probably going to be doing that off camera, because the last thing you want is seeing me sorting for 45 minutes or an hour or such. I couldn't do that to you guys. So let's see what we have in the ways of fluid cows. Now I do know, whoops, not in there, but in here. So we did end up getting the fluid cow for milk, but we need to make another cow stall. And to make the cow stalls is just a couple gray concrete here, which we still have a bit from yesterday left over. We are going to need some wheat here. Let's grab this as well as our... I don't know where I ended up putting the cow thing there. So we are going to need a little bit of wheat, so I'm going to make probably just a stack here for just to be able to make 3. Okay, or at least 2. Let's see if I can figure out where I put that little cow catcher. I know I put it somewhere. Spawner changer, whatever the heck that thing is. Where did I end up putting that thing? This is all going to be fixed in... I'm just going to probably be able to go and enter it. Spend like 45 minutes going and looking for it. If it's not over here, it's... Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's go. Let's put him down. So he... No, my, you're very milky. My good sir. So you have a fluid name. So let's make one of these things. Let's make a cow stall for him. Put him just right next to his little buddy, the lava. And then go, and we got a free source of milk. Which we're probably going to be able to use for cooking and all that fun jazz. With that, then, we need a water fluid cow. I have no clue how you make the water fluid cow. So let's just go fluid cow. And see what we can do. So water, looks like it's just 9 leather all around the water bucket. I have been making at least 4, so that brings us up to 6 leather. Let's see if we can find any leather anywhere in here. We may be out. I hope not. We may actually be out of leather. We need 3 more level, which basically is 36 more rotten flesh. Well, not 36, but essentially we need 32 rotten flesh here. It doesn't look like we have any more, so we do need to find a way of getting a renewable source of leather as well. Is there any way to just make a normal cow? I don't think so. Soul vials for fluid cows. Broken spawner for fluid cows. Yeah, I never was able to particularly figure that out. So we still need to go. We need to get some leather here and everything. And we have, like, chances of getting stuff. I'm trying to figure out why stuff hasn't been spawning from here anymore. It's spawning great and everything when I was going off camera. I had little to no issues at all. Like, you can actually see on the little map there and everything. Like, if I move away, there's, like, a little thing up there. Because I know there's a lot of stuff up there. There's a lot of crazy stuff up there, actually. As you can see, it goes up a little bit. And actually, if I jump, you can see that. Like, you can see, like, the little flashes on the screen. Just all the stuff that's up there. But it looks like it doesn't really want to end up going and try falling down for us. Like, here comes a spider. If that spider comes down. Okay, here comes a zombie, which is basically just one hit there. I don't know why they don't want to come down on us right now. Just trying to be a little annoying and try devoiding us of our rotten flesh to be able to go and end up making a little bit more of the cow stuff. So I'm probably going to see if I can't find another way of potentially getting up there. Because it's like the skeleton, that's an easy one hit. That's an easy, like you just stand here, maybe AFK for 20-30 minutes or so. And bam, you're set. There's absolutely no issues. You get XP by essentially going out to the back here. If it doesn't come over the little top and everything. Because I know XP likes to get stuck every now and then. So you can go, we can eliminate that skeleton. Just one hit there. And notice how the XP's kind of stuck in there. Or actually, it looks like we got it. But I have this little back area. Just in case that ends up happening. Because if I jump in there, obviously there's a lot of stuff in there. Let's quickly go back here. I'm going to see if I can't find a way to potentially get up there or such. I never really made a way up because I just finished it. I broke all the torches and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Time to just move on. So it looks like a zombie fell. As well as a creeper. That creeper is a 2-hit. And we can just go over here and pick up our XP. Did end up getting a spirit down here as well. Oh, there's another zombie. Easy elimination. Easy rotten flesh. And I think that's enough to be able to make us another little just a piece of leather or such. So that's something I'm probably going to be farming here. So I did get up to 7. I need 1 more piece of leather. Gosh, that's annoying. Being like 1 piece of leather away from going and getting that water cow. It's like they would do it. Like Minecraft would do it. They'd like to go like here's a couple of the things finally falling down for us here. Took them forever to be able to go and actually realize, hey, we need to start falling down this. Like, there's no better way that I can think of to end up doing that. Just going, like, finally stuff is falling, my goodness. Got all the things here. You know, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly go, before I end today's episode, I'm going to get us that darn fluid cow here, if possible. Gotta like, go on for another minute or 2 here. Grab the XP. That is great. Looks like the spider fell. It's probably fell before and like it went all the way back up or such. It's not the smartest thing in the world. So we can go, look in here, grab some of the solidified experience. I heard a zombie. There we go. That's what I like to see. Let's get rid of him. And see if we can't end up going. I'm probably going to see if I can't make an enchanting table as well. Because we do have a means of basically getting leather. Which means we have a way of getting books. But we also have a way of getting diamonds. We have a way of getting obsidian. Like, we can get everything that we're going to need to be able to actually make these things. I don't like how it's only, like, creepers right now, though. Come on, zombies! You can come down. Let's see what we can end up doing here. We also got a lot of Inferium Essence here. We got a rare elite chest. Let's see what's in here. It's a golden chest plate. That's obviously not the best drop we could have ever gotten. Not too interested. We have a lot of skeletons dropping up here, too. Like, they're all just coming down like flies. Now, if these were zombies, I would have been so happy. But we didn't get the zombie drops and everything as much as I'd like. So, unfortunately, right here is probably where I'm going to be going and cutting off today's episode here. But if you guys did enjoy the episode today, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to maybe just comment on what your favorite part of the video is, or maybe just some suggestions for the future. If you guys did enjoy the content in general, please subscribe, because I'm planning on doing a lot more Stoneblock for you guys, as well as any other games. I do take suggestions, if you have any games that you'd like to see in the future. So, hopefully you guys have an amazing Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow.